Welcome to Yes to I Do, your go-to podcast for all things wedding planning. Hello everyone and welcome to Yes to I Do. We hope you're all okay this week, and we are here in our ceremony barn.
We are.
We love it in here, don't we?
With the fire on.
We've got the fire on. I'm very toasty over here. I love it. Very, very nice. So today we're going to be talking about FAQs, so our frequently asked questions. So I think this is a really exciting episode. I love talking about this. I think my favourite thing, you know me, I love a question. I love a difficult question.
So weird.
What do you think is the roguest question you've ever been asked?
Bringing animals in.
Yeah.
Bringing
Yeah.
random animals in.
Yeah. Or asking if our animals can be part of.
Yeah.
They can't, by the way.
They can't. So. No, but we do have a lot of people say,
We do.
can I have an owl?
As a ring bearer.
And you can, which I just think is nuts.
I know.
Who's training these animals to begin with?
I know. Birds are so intelligent.
What site? Where is this base where a monkey is being trained to walk down an owl?
A monkey.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
Well, we have had penguins here before.
Yeah.
Walking down the aisle. Owls. Obviously dogs as well.
Yeah, oh, dogs
Love a
always.
dog.
Yeah.
Always.
And people do, we haven't seen it so much here, but people do hire alpacas, Highland cows, horses, like to be part of their days, don't they?
I
Yeah.
think it's crazy.
Next it'll be dolphins or something like rogue like that.
Are they supposed to go down the aisle?
I'm just
Dolphin.
joking, Louisa. Just joking.
You have to get the hose pipes, slide it down.
We'll make it happen, guys. If you want it, we will make it happen.
God, don't promise that because we can't fit a giraffe in here.
I love giraffes. That would be my ideal. If I had to pick an
Yeah.
animal.
You could
That
get
would
married
be
at
the
Twycross
one.
Zoo, I think you can.
You can get
Yeah.
married at Chester Zoo, is it?
I think it's
Is it Chester Zoo?
At either one. You can get married at a zoo.
I don't know that.
Interesting.
There you go, Lauren. There's your wedding rings.
But do you actually see the animals? This is my question.
I guess if you pay,
Maybe. I don't know.
you might be
don't know.
allowed to see one.
Yeah. Well, that is a rogue question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, we do get questions, and I'm like, no one has ever asked me that before. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I love it. Great.
Yeah.
Well, that's a really interesting question. Like, so, yeah, animals is a good one.
Yeah.
We get asked a lot of food questions,
We do.
don't we? We get
Yeah.
a lot of that. Can I bring a chocolate fountain, for
Yeah.
example? Stuff like that. What else do we have?
Well, we've had. It wasn't me. It was Maggie. She had the helicopter question.
The helicopter question.
we did the helicopter.
We delivered on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had a helicopter land in the field just next to the farm.
Yeah.
With the arrival of a lovely groom, and it was in style, and so it was great. We did
We've
have
had
to move the
lots of,
horses.
yes, we did. We've had lots of cool entrances. I had someone in 2024 arrive on a crane.
Wow.
Yeah, that was cool.
How did you fit that down the lane?
I didn't actually see it. I was too busy. I didn't see it all happen. But
it
yeah,
like
a crane. I don't know what
Crane
they
over
did.
the top of the building. They got anchored down.
I have absolutely no idea. I didn't see it. I was far too busy. But I really wish I'd seen it. We've had limos. We've had.
Yeah.
I mean, lots of people just turn up like in their own cars, which
Yeah.
is quite normal, obviously. But yeah, before we had our second preparation suite, a lot of the time the guys might arrive like a different way.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting. But yeah, we do have some rogue questions, but there are some questions that we see time and time again, aren't there? So
Always.
the big questions, and one of the big questions which I think is really important to talk about is accessibility.
Yes.
So, a lot of people tend to ask that as well before they arrive for visits, if it's something that they need to know about. So, how accessible is the venue? We've got lots of things in place, haven't we?
Yeah.
So majority of the site is flat.
Yeah.
We only have steps that lead up to the outdoor ceremony area, which obviously only the couple would necessarily need to navigate.
Yeah.
And then we do have a step that goes into our accommodation bedrooms, but we have ramps for those as well, don't we? So the site is totally accessible. We've got an accessible toilet as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
And we are also autism friendly.
We
aren't
are,
we, as well,
yes.
which we're very proud of. So lots of different elements of accessibility there.
Definitely.
Yeah, so that's an important one, I think, that people do ask about. Yeah. And obviously the main one people ask is about packages, isn't it?
Yeah, always.
So what kind of questions do you get about packages?
Well, when people come for a show round, and you always try and get a little bit of a gauge of how much they know about the venue before they arrive. I always like to ask, have you seen our 2 packages? And sometimes people do say no. So you do your show round and you try and do it a bit vague, because we have a lot of information to tell you if you don't know the difference between the two packages. So we go around, we tell you about each area, and then we sit down on the sofa and divide. And sometimes it is a bit like I kind of want to say to people, have you understood what I've just told you? Because it is a lot of information. When you're switching from, so this package, you can do this. You can't do this on this package, but you can do this, but you can't do this.
Yeah.
It is a lot. So the differences between our packages are great for some couples. Some people with the Twilight package, it's very, very relaxed.
Yeah.
It's more chilled. You've got street food included, which is a benefit for some people.
Huge bonus for some people.
Massive bonus.
Yeah.
And then obviously you switch to your Twilight, for your luxury package, and then you don't have food included. So then it's ciphering through the caterers' menus, which are just massive.
Yeah.
Absolutely massive. I like to tell
Lots
people
of deliciousness.
to eat before
Yeah.
they have a look at the menu, because my belly would be rumbling.
Yeah, same. With all the pictures as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
So good. So good.
Sticky toffee pudding.
Their sticky toffee pudding is so good.
So good.
So good. We recommend highly.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's always those key questions that we get all the time, isn't there? Things like access times.
Yeah.
So access time on our luxury package is 9 a.m. It's 12 p.m. on our Twilight, because obviously things run a little bit differently. We get lots of questions about table plans.
Yeah.
Lots of questions about itineraries and how they might run. And all of that is available to see on our website as well, isn't it?
Yes.
So we have a section for table plans and itineraries so that you can sort of compare the two packages and see how the day might flow. Because sometimes I think a lot of the time people are dead set on one of the packages.
Yeah.
Because either they're looking for something quite traditional or they want something different and more relaxed. But for those that are not as sure, it can be hard to decide, I think.
Yeah.
Can't
Definitely.
it? Yeah.
I think with the access times as well, as it can be, we do have a lot of questions. People say, can I come earlier? That is a very, very common question.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we can't do any earlier than the access times, because we need our cleaning team to make sure it's absolutely spotless for you. Because we are back to back with weddings, and you would hate to come in and see a dirty prep room if you came at 7 instead of 9.
Yeah,
so
of
we
course,
do unfortunately have to say it is a 9 o'clock arrival or a 12, but that's to make sure that you have the best experience when you arrive.
100%. Yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
Yeah.
And in terms of questions, so people have a lot of questions as to what happens on the day.
Yeah.
And I think these questions tend to come a little bit later in the process. So
Yeah.
obviously people have their first initial big questions to decide, like, if there's any. I always say that people have negotiables and non-negotiables when they're looking for a venue. So there's some things that they're like, I just can't budge on that. That is how I feel. Such as I want a 3-course wedding breakfast.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
if that particular venue doesn't offer that, okay, I can't get married there. Do you know what I mean? Or, and then you've got your negotiables, things like access times or ceremony times, the order of the day.
Yeah.
Where's the bar? There's lots of different, is there a prep room? There's lots of different elements like that.
I think they come during the show round though. And then
Do you think?
when we come to actually sitting down with them, when you've been assigned a coordinator, it's then going, how does the day run?
Yeah.
Because they've planned it at home, they've planned it together, but some people, this is the first time they've ever planned a wedding in their lives.
Yeah.
So they're just going
It's
off
overwhelming.
what they think is best and what they think would work. And then they come to us and we say, well, actually, I think it would work better if we do this.
Yeah.
Or if we do that. But then when you're doing your show round and you're first meeting with people, it's just I love the space. I really like the
it's about
venue.
the actual space,
and they've
isn't
got
it?
the time of year I want, and it's the excitement, the booking, and then it comes down to actually planning. You go, how does the day actually run?
Yeah, yeah, and you sort of think, oh my gosh. But yeah, we have a lot in place to help people. On the website, we have our software Relevantful as well, that people have planning tools on there, and also our planners as well. We still use those, don't we, too? So there's lots of different elements. And obviously, we're always around. We get loads of questions come through the inbox and things like that. We're always happy to help. So there's lots of questions that do crop up. And sometimes you need the answer to one question to be able to sort something else, don't you? Especially when it comes to suppliers and things like that. But we'll come on to that. I'm leaping ahead. So what do you think? What do you think couples need to know? Like, I do think our show rounds are so thorough.
Yeah.
And like, a lot of the time, I think people do say, like, I don't actually have any questions. I think you've answered everything. I get that quite a lot.
Yeah.
And I know you guys do as well. But what are like the key elements that maybe you insert into your viewings to sort of help answer those common questions?
I always say to people, we're very relaxed, but we only have a few rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we do really only have main rules for the days, like no fires.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can have the log burners on. But if you want normal candles, unfortunately, it has to just be LED.
Yeah.
Things like their dogs, if they want to stay, they can't. If you're going to be coming into the main room and having your wedding breakfast, someone will need to take them home at that point. And the main one is food. The people bringing stuff on site themselves. We cannot allow you to do that unless it's your cake or some sweets.
And alcohol as well.
Yeah, and alcohol. And alcohol, because you can get it from the bar.
Yeah.
I think we're a very, very reasonable bar.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, we're pub prices, and obviously it's all due to our licensing. That's the reason why, isn't it? So everything does have to come from the bar. And they are definitely key points. I always mention dogs because I think that's important to people. I know, like, for me, that would be a non-negotiable.
Yeah, the thing is, I think you have to sort of look at the time of year that they're looking for. So when people say to me, oh, I'd like to bring my dog, lovely, but what time is the dog coming if you're getting married in December? Because that dog will need to stay outside. They can only go into the ceremony barn when they're here. So
it's all about working the plan
if you want your dog to come at 10 a.m, someone will have to stand outside from 10 a.m. until your ceremony time. So it's just working out the sort of logistics of everything if you're wanting to do these additional things.
Yeah, 100%. And what kind of support do you think the wedding coordinator provides in the lead up to the day? And sort of while things are happening, like, we guide people what kind of support do we provide?
So much.
Yeah.
I feel like it just helps with the stress.
Yeah.
Like, loads of couples come to the meeting and they're like, oh my God, like, I don't know what I've got, I don't know what suppliers I've got, and I don't know what time everything's happening. But then once you've spoken to them at the end of the meeting, I feel like they feel so much more relaxed.
They do, yeah.
And they're a lot more ahead than they actually think they are.
They've got so much going on in their heads, and obviously they've got things like jobs or kids and things like that as well. And then when you actually talk them through the day, they go, oh, we've got everything sorted. We've put it on paper now with you.
I think for us, because it's in our brains, it's so simplified.
Yeah.
But obviously, we always bear in mind that for them, there's so much going on in there, and it's about just literally sitting there and simplifying the sections for them, isn't it? And a lot of the time, people sit down and they go, oh, I've not done this and I've not done that, and I'm really sorry, like, I haven't filled the planner out. I'm like, it's okay, like, you don't have to have done that at this point. Do you know what I mean? This is the 6-month meeting. We're just here to help you. And then actually, when you get to the end, and you say to them, you've not missed anything, you've not got any gaps, like, there's nothing wrong with this, is absolutely perfect. The next steps are this. They're like, oh, great. And they're just so much happier. And I think, actually, I couldn't imagine, like, a venue without a coordinator. I think that's why pretty much all venues have a coordinated team, because I couldn't imagine sort of the planning phase without a coordinator if you've never ever planned a wedding before, or if you're someone who's, even if you've been to weddings, it doesn't mean you know how to plan a wedding. But even do you know what I mean?
How would that work if you turn up on the day and say, oh, this is my itinerary, can you do this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's why all venues have coordinators, because how can they not?
No.
Do you know what I mean? It's such an important job.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, wedding planners are quite big in America, but obviously, like, we're just the guidance side of it from the venue's perspective, whereas, like, a wedding planner plans things for you. And I know that people do that in this country, but it is very, very common in America. I'd be interested to know if they have coordinators over there, or if it's just planners that people hire
someone freelance.
Yeah,
come and do it
that's
for
what they tend to do over there. But I actually love the job of being a coordinator, because it's so nice to just be like, it's fine, you got this. Do you know what I mean? And just reassuring people that, or on the other side of it is they sit there and say, yeah, no, I've not booked my registrar, and then you nearly faint, and then you're like, oh, you must do this immediately, but then you're helping them, you know, so it's, you know,
that stresses me.
And then they ring you the next day and say, I've done it, and you're like, I can sleep tonight, thank God.
And you have to be really stern, like, I can only do so much today. Go home, sort it, please.
You need to book
the registrar, because I could say, we're going to have your food at 3:00, but you're going to get married at 3:00 now because the 1:00 slot's gone. It's that's the worst ever feeling in the entire world. I've had a couple people do that to me. And guys,
stressing me out.
I'm still waiting to hear from a lady I saw last Thursday at the food tasting. And I'm praying that she was sat there trying to enjoy her food, and the couple next to her was like, you've not booked your registrar? Oh my God, like, and then instantly she was like, should I have done that? And she was like, yeah, like, you should have done that, and she was like, oh my God, I'm going to ring them tomorrow, and I thought to myself, you're not going to sleep.
I've the registrar's contracts confuse people as well. I've had some people who think that they get a lot included, but they don't. They're just paying to be able to do that in the ceremony.
Yeah.
Like live music and things.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Your registrars don't do your music.
No, they will not bring the violin.
No. No, but you can bring one yourself if you want to.
With them, it's just the legal process, isn't it?
Yeah.
And all of the registrars at Staffordshire County Council are great, aren't
No.
they?
Oh,
they're
Shout
lovely.
out to we love them.
I love them so much.
We love them.
Especially Mary in her outfits.
Mary's
so
so
cool.
trendy.
I want her wardrobe.
Yeah.
Mary, those outfits that she comes in
Yeah.
and the necklaces. Oh,
She's
I want
so
to be like
funky.
her when I grow up.
Yeah, she's so funky.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we absolutely love them, don't
Yeah.
we? And it's,
Yeah, they're really,
it's,
really
But yeah,
nice.
book your registrars, guys, if you've not
Straight
done
away.
it.
Venue, registrar, and then you can chill for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please don't give us grey hairs, please.
Yeah, well, we're getting it dyed.
Perfect. So, often as well, we do get, most of the time it's phone calls, isn't it, from guests with questions?
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, we get questions about parking. Mm-hmm. So, can I leave my car overnight?
Yeah.
The answer is yes,
You
you
can.
can. As long as it's collected the following morning, you are able to leave your car overnight. But obviously, a lot of the time, guests may come far and wide. They've never... Robbie's strimming.
Rob's strimming
Tried to ignore
outside.
it.
This happens to us every single time we do the podcast.
What's he strimming?
The grass outside the ceremony bar.
Oh,
Robbie's
dear.
great. He's our guy.
He's so fab.
Bless him. He doesn't know we're doing the podcast.
No,
So
it
we
would
need
just
him
be there,
strimming.
strimming along. At least it's only a small patch of grass.
Yeah, he's got to do it. He's going on holiday tomorrow.
I know. Look, there he is.
There he is.
Hi,
Looks so funny. I wish you could get a visual of that.
Oh, a little visual of him walking past.
Go on, cameraman, get a visual of it.
Oh, is he gone? Quickly. Get Rob and his strimmer. Oh, he's so cool.
He's gonna be
He's so
fuming.
cool.
Rob.
Oh, love Rob.
He's so bougie. His little flat cap. So
And when he was doing that grass the other week, that was hilarious.
cute. Yeah, he was laying some new turf down. What did you say?
What did you say?
I don't think
to
I can
him?
repeat it actually. He was saying he was,
It was
too
not
old
happy
for
doing.
this.
Yeah, I'm too old for this. Not happy doing the grass. And then Lydia goes, "At least you don't have to cut it."
And he went, "How blonde are you?" He's like, "Of course I'll have to cut it." And I went, "Oh, it's not fake grass." And he was like, "No, it's real." And I was like, "Oh." So you will still have to trim it. I was like,
Yeah.
"You're doing a great job."
Yeah, well done.
Great job, honey. But yes,
Yeah.
that was funny.
Sorry.
Well-
Anyway, guests.
Where were we?
We're on guests.
Guests,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, so guests do have questions.
We do have some guests call up saying, "Can I book a room?"
That's a common one.
All the time. Sorry, you can't. It needs to be through the couple.
Yeah.
Because if I turned up to a wedding, I was getting married, and then all of a sudden I go down to the room, and my auntie's best friend's staying, and I didn't know, I would not be best pleased. So
No, because
you
the
would
thing
need
is
to-
as well, I do think that sometimes couples do invite lots of people.
Yeah.
And there may be sometimes inviting, like, what's it called? Extended family.
Yes.
In order to sort of keep the peace or
Yeah.
whatever, or because it's traditional or whatever the reason is. And sometimes they may not wish to spend that time with them like the following day. And especially here, our accommodation's super intimate. There's only 4 rooms.
Yeah.
And I think that's nice because it's like a family feel the next morning. You're having a family breakfast,
Yeah.
together at the table. That could be uncomfortable with certain people.
Yeah,
definitely.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, yeah, we've always done it, haven't we, where it has to go through the couple. So, and also we do have obviously a list online, don't we, of
Yeah,
recommended.
places you can stay.
Yeah, so we just sort of direct people into that way. Because normally if they're ringing to say, I want to book a room, you already know that they're probably not going to be someone that the couple would have in one of the
Yeah.
rooms. Because that's
Yeah.
normally parents or sisters,
Yeah,
maid of
maid of
honours,
honours.
groomsmen, so it's tricky. But guests do have a lot of questions, and we always appreciate chatting to guests. It's always nice, isn't it? And obviously the fact that they want to find out and they pick the phone up, and find the answers to their questions.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So what options are available in terms of ceremonies as well then? So that's something that we have a lot of questions about. So we obviously have our ceremony spaces here, which 99% of couples do use.
Yeah.
But also we do have couples get married in church
Yeah.
as well. And that's
Very blissful morning for us.
yeah, so it's lovely, isn't it? Church
Yeah.
weddings. And yeah, they're sort of, it's quite hard sometimes to predict how long they're going to be gone for, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's beneficial when they're down at Whittington because
Yeah.
you can sometimes hear the bells.
Yeah.
And so you know they're finished, so you can
You have to pay for bells though.
Really?
in a church.
you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that until my cousin got married in a beautiful church.
Yeah.
And they paid for bells, and it's so worth it. Like
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely worth it. But obviously I don't know if they pay the bell ringers, or I don't know how that works. But
Wow.
there we go. That's what we can research later. Ed, the podcast producer, is saying they do pay the bell ringers. That's good. That's good to know.
Is that a full-time job?
Maybe I'll go be a bell ringer.
No.
It's good. I love that.
I was going to say, is that a full-time job?
Do it on the
for someone?
side. Yeah.
To see you in a church, like...
I won't be able to pull that.
No, you wouldn't.
You could because you're muscles, but
I'd climb.
So strong. You're so
you'd be
strong.
a great bell ringer.
It's all that protein. All those
I know.
chicken wings.
Well,
Yeah.
So I'm telling you guys,
Those
I'll
chicken
take you to the
skewers.
gym, we'll do a sesh.
No, thank you. I won't come out alive.
Yeah, I know.
I won't be able to drive home afterwards. Perfect. Okay, so the other questions that we get are around like the sort of more unique elements. So like food, drink, suppliers, entertainment. So often we do get questions from suppliers, don't we? And the biggest question is, where do I go?
Yeah.
You know, sort of like, where do I park? Where do I put my van
Yeah.
with my
Yeah.
kit in and stuff like that? So, Lauren, you can tell us about that if you want.
Well, we have our suppliers car park.
Yes.
So that's around the back. So suppliers like DJs and things are lugging all of their stuff all around the venue.
They do sometimes, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes I see them coming up the path. I was like, there was an easier option.
Just park it round the back, and then we've got our door, haven't we? And we
Yeah.
can just have them get all of
It's
their
so
stuff.
much easier for DJs, especially, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
And florists, anyone that's trying to get into the main barn. You know, hair and makeup, photographer, they normally park on the main car park,
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
they? But anyone who's got like sort of a significant level of kit, like live musicians,
Yeah.
we have got the suppliers car park. It's definitely useful, isn't it? And
100%.
the what three words are fevered, initiates, barman.
How do you remember that?
I have no idea. I think I've typed it out that many times that I just
I just copy and paste
do.
off the website.
So yeah, and suppliers often have questions if they've never been to us before. So obviously we do see lots of the same suppliers, obviously from the area, don't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
But every now and then we will have someone, because our couples are from all over the country. So sometimes we have people that have come a little bit further and they have other questions. Sometimes it's like, what time can I arrive? You know,
Yeah.
they prefer to ask us the questions sometimes than ask the couples, which I understand.
Yeah.
So we do chat to suppliers quite often, don't we?
Yeah.
And answer the phone to them and things like that.
Yeah.
What sort of questions do you guys get about food and drinks and things like that?
Prices.
Everyone knows we love talking about food.
Price.
Right,
Yeah.
again with the food.
Yeah, it's usually prices, to be fair.
Yeah.
When
I
you,
think that's super important to people.
yeah. When you're initially it's like talking about the packages and stuff on your show round, I always mention when they're looking at like the Jenks card to say that price includes your bread, starters, mains, and desserts, and they go,
Yeah, yeah.
ooh. So they're not just paying £40 for a main course; they actually realise they're getting quite a lot
Yeah,
included.
because it's important to make it clear, isn't it?
Yeah, they just say it on there, but sometimes people scam past.
Yeah. It's overwhelming. In
There
that
is a
moment,
lot that
isn't
we're
it?
giving them, and then you give them the booklet, and they're
And I
looking
think you
at
just think to yourself, it
cheesecake.
can't be. That's too good to be true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$48.95 for
Yeah.
3 courses.
Yeah.
You know, people just think no way.
Yeah.
So, but Jenkinson's are really, really good. So, I do think we get quite unique questions about food, and sometimes we're actually not able to answer them.
Yeah.
Because they're so unique. And so obviously we work very closely with Sarah, the food coordinator for us
Yeah.
at Jenkinson's, and she has all the answers to those
She
questions.
does.
So
She does.
she's
I do.
great.
Obviously, some of you will know that we do a food tasting event. If you, Lauren loved it.
I loved the food tasting event.
She could only because she got the benefit of trying all the food. Me and Lily were fuming.
Apart from the fact I was
Fuming.
unaware
Lauren was
that this
going out
happening.
at every course, like, yeah, look at this, so nice. I'm thinking,
It is important to try the food, especially from our perspective as well. It's important to
she
know.
had dinner before
I
she
was
came.
oblivious.
You silly Billy.
She had
Do you
dinner
know,
before she
I even
came.
planned it so well. I skipped lunch so I could have an early tea, and then I
And then was
wouldn't be
presented
hungry
with
on
And then
the-
got
courses.
4 courses.
got here, and I was like, you're having 4 courses, and I thought, what? Still ate it all
She
nonetheless.
did. I thought she was going to say at dessert,
play
like,
to
I
you.
can't carry on,
No,
but
no,
she
no.
didn't.
We would have swooped in to
Oh,
rescue.
yes, I would have been straight in there. But no, Lauren, she trooped through and got it done.
She choked it down. All that
she did,
delicious food.
yeah. Anyway,
Had to.
I'm not jealous. Anyway, so we are.
Not enough protein on that
The
day.
food tasting nights, obviously, is mainly for Jenkinson's, for people to try their food and help them to choose their menu and things. But we go around and talk to our couples as well, introduce ourselves if we haven't met them yet, or just have a nice catch up with the people that we have met. But sometimes they turn around and go, Louisa, can I bring chicken nuggets for my son? He only likes the ones from Iceland. And I go, I don't know.
I don't know the answer to that.
I'm not sure. I know Jenkinson's do chicken. No, he doesn't like
They will
them.
not
They
suffice.
won't. So I'm running over just like, Sarah, that one over, that table over there, my couple. Can you go talk to them about nuggets? And it's just,
And then we just leave it to Sarah.
I leave it to Sarah. She makes a note, and I'm like, right, brilliant. Okay. She's on that now. So we do get a lot of questions on the food taste. Sometimes, obviously, we know the process of the food and we know how it works on a wedding day, so we can answer. But we do have those questions where you're a bit like, I don't know how long the steak is cured. I'll have to get Sarah.
Yeah, she knows all the ins and outs.
She does.
There's so much that we can answer on food, purely based off experience as well, isn't it?
Because we've tried it.
Yeah, it's important to know, and I do think that really helps us to give a proper opinion on it, because I do think Jenkinson's food is so fresh.
Yeah.
Like I mention that in all of my visits with, when couples come and visit the venue, because it is all cooked here fresh.
Yeah.
We've all had reheated wedding food, but theirs is actually cooked here at the venue.
Yeah.
So, and it's brilliant, really, really good. And same for Dove's. So fresh, so delicious.
Julie's Scotch eggs.
Oh, here we go again. If you've watched the podcast religiously, I think this has come up in probably 9 out of 10 episodes.
Honestly, James, the yolk, golden, runny.
You would
so
love
good.
it.
It's so good.
You would
it's
love
so good. Oh, and Julie's just so nice as well.
She's
I just
so
love her. It's just love her. She's like,
so
food. I'm
lovely.
like, yes. Anyway,
Yeah, they're
not
amazing.
really an FAQ,
But feel free to ask us about food, because we know a lot
bring
on
this
that
food.
topic. But yeah, so that is our FAQ episode
It is,
then.
yeah.
Yes, any last thoughts?
Any questions you have, ask us.
Ask
we
away.
will have
We
an
love a
answer.
question.
We will have an answer, and
Yeah.
if we don't know, we'll ask somebody else, and
We'll
then we'll
find
find
out.
out for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I always love learning the answer to a new question as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so satisfying. And then next time you're like, I know the answer.
I know that.
Yeah, I love it. Well, thank you for joining us for Yes Do I Do. We hope you've enjoyed this episode and it has helped. And we will see you next time for another topic.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Yes Do I Do. Make sure you hit subscribe and share this podcast with fellow brides, grooms, and wedding enthusiasts. Ready to bring your dream wedding to life? Visit our website, cotonhousefarm.com, to book a tour of our breathtaking venue or schedule a planning meeting with our expert team. See you next time.